So a doctor who studies the devastating brain condition known as CTE and had a movie made about his work called Concussion with Will Smith is now speaking out, saying that Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins quarterback, should never play the game again and should not have been in that game on September 29th after he had hit his head just 4 days earlier in a game against the Bills on the 25th, after which he staggered after he got up and fell once again. They said it was a back injury. So the doctor who identified that first case, as I said, of CTE, has spoken out now to TMZ Sports, and he said this.
Tua, my brother, I love you. I love you as much as I love my son. Stop playing. Stop. Hang your helmet and gallantly walk away. If you love your life, you love your family, you love your kids, if you have kids, it's time to gallantly walk away. Go find something else to do. He should stop.
All right, Dr. Amalu, let's bring in former NFL player Jack Brewer, now CEO of the Brewer Group. Jack, I heard you talk about this the other day very persuasively. I know you love the game. I love the game. I love to watch the game. But this was disturbing to see when we saw him stumble after that hit on the 25th. And then we have an image of that one. And then 4 days later, his hands locked up in a very frightening way, and he was carried off that field. What do you think, Jack, about what this doctor's telling him?
Dr. Amula, he's the preeminent expert on concussions. You're talking about a man who brought light to a lot of darkness for so many of us that played in the National Football League. You know, I played during the time, the early 2000s to mid 2000s, where literally we knock each other out and we get back in the game. You know, we take smelling salt and shots and everything else to get back on the field. And so we didn't have this information. And so now the players have the information, which, Martha, this is why it's so disheartening. It's so hard to understand and comprehend why you would put this young athlete back out on the football field. The entire world saw this man with a critical head injury. And then 4 days later, you put him back on the field and everybody is getting paid to sack him. It just doesn't make sense. At some point, humanity has to take over. When I see that, I can't even watch it, to be honest with you. As having a football background and having concussions myself, it's very difficult to watch these things because I've had so many friends that have either died early or are still hurting.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you speaking out, and so many players who love the game who have spoken out, and even a regular civilian like myself could see that was not a good idea, as you say. Jack Brewer, thank you very much. We always love to talk to you, and we really pray for Tua Tagovailoa and the decisions that he has ahead. Thank you very much, sir.